Kala, Kala. Talking about the Malayalam film. Talking about the Malayalam. Talking about the Malayalam film. Kala, Kala, Kala. No. Oh my god, I don't understand the film. No. What kind of a reviewer I am? No views. How can I not understand the film? No one will watch this video. This is bad. How can this happen? This is bad. Hello guys, I'm Nona and today we're talking about the Malayalam film Kala, directed by Rohith V. He also co-wrote the film with Yadhu Pushpakaran, starring Sumesh, Moor, Tovino Thomas, Divya Pillai, Lal and many more. Now the film was out on Amazon 2 days back, and then I think some drama happened and it was taken off for some hours, and then it was back on Amazon. So if you haven't watched it, you can watch it there. As always, watch the film on Discord with other viewers, and we had a great discussion after watching the film. So if you want to join us in the future, link in the description. Now this film is unique, dense, weird, complicated, tiring, confusing at moments, and very exhausting. It is stuffed with themes like class and caste divide, toxic masculinity, man versus nature, oppression, and lot more. The film is very much stylized with the camera work and editing. It is very refreshing and nice to look at something different, but definitely there were moments I felt it was too much. As the film progressed, it became more of a show-off contest instead of telling a story. There were so many camera tricks used in the film. I'm sure a lot of post-processing work has gone behind to make the film look like what it is. The aspect ratio is a little different, we'll talk about that more later. Incredible sound design, capturing from the smallest to the loudest sound. And technically it is a brilliant film. I will be going into the spoilers in the video, so if you haven't watched the film, go watch it and then come back. Also, if you find value in the video, do hit the like button so the video can reach to more people, and also consider subscribing and the bell icon to get notifications whenever a new video drops. There's a lot of build up in the film. The inciting incident happens almost halfway into the film, and until then there is constant build up going on, and sometimes it irritated me because we'll be seeing a normal task of two people walking, and it is so dramatically shot and edited as if something's going to happen, but nothing really happens until the end of the film where we realized what it was building up to. I definitely like the idea, but in the scope of the film, this happening constantly over and over again and paying off to nothing really becomes irritating. They went all out with the action, amazing choreography, capturing that rawness. Both the actors were fully into it. I could feel that they were taking the punches and the hits. And a good action set piece is very much like telling a story, how you make it engaging. And they really build the action sequence in that manner. The stakes, the consequences of keep rising up and up as the action was moving around from one place to the other. From the field to that hut, to the field again, and at the end in the house. But I did feel that each action piece was stretched. It became very tiring. And when that happens, the meaning behind the fight starts to die, and it just becomes about how next they'll hit each other instead of taking the story ahead. Now definitely there was a thematic demand of the action scenes, but there were definitely moments where I felt you can stop now, it's alright, let's move on. But still the whole choreography throughout the film was amazing. Easily one of the best I've seen in India. Coming to the performances, both the leading men just nailed it. First I want to talk about Tovino because the film is advertising using his star power. His face is throughout the teasers and the posters. After watching the film, it's very easy to say that Sumesh Moor was the main character in a sense, and he took the limelight. And I think that was very straightforward for Tovino too, for him to decide to take up the other character, the more negative character, who people will not be rooting for that much, and letting Sumesh Moor take that limelight. Even in the credits, Sumesh Moor's name comes first and then Tovino, whereas Tovino had more screen time. And I'm sure that was a conscious decision by Tovino. He chose to play an interesting character instead of playing a character which people will root for. And I think Sumesh Moor, as I said, took the limelight. He was just amazing in the film. Because the film is restricted to this one place, very few characters, it's very important that the main characters do the heavy lifting and take the film forward, because if they fail, the whole film collapses. We see in the film how Tovino's character Shaji is a failure. He has failed so many times in various aspects of life, and his father, played by Lal, is always demeaning him for that. And later in the film, when we realize his plan of stealing the black pepper, we understand why he was so alert throughout the first half. Now the title of the film Kala means unwanted, and we see that unwantedness throughout the film. People from lower caste and class will sit outside and eat. They are not really invited in the house. In a way, they are unwanted in this estate because it belongs to the upper people. The nature is not allowed in the house. The coconut breaks through the roof and enters the house, which is again unwanted. The unwanted ants enter the kitchen. The dog Tovino has is of a foreign breed. That means he is privileged to have him, but he keeps him chained and in a cage. He is not allowed to roam free. At the beginning of the film, when the dog runs away, Tovino rushes after him and gets him back. trying to preserve him, protect him, as it's a precious thing. But at the end of the film, we learn that he doesn't really care about the dog at all. The dog may be loyal to him, but he is not loyal to the dog at all. The black pepper, the money, the wealth is more important to him. We see the toxic masculinity in the father, in Tovino, when he tells his son that boys don't cry. And when we were discussing about this on Discord, Sarvana really pointed this out, that the title can also be used the other way around. That these upper class people who has taken over this land from the tribals, they are unwanted here. That humans are unwanted in nature. That they are the weed that is grown here, sucking the resources from the others and should be removed. There is a predator metaphor also in the film when Sudesh Moore's character is beating up Tovino, and it is intercut with him hunting the pig, that he is the real hunter here. And the film also, makes him resemble like the dog in the cage. The way he grins, the way the makeup is done on him, his saliva dripping off his mouth like the dog. Again, a metaphor to the oppressed society. I think Sudesh's character taking revenge for his dog, of course, reminds me of John Wick. But the movie takes place in 90s, so they did it before John Wick made it cool. Now definitely there are too many details in the film. It's just overstuffed with it. The scene where Tovino tries to hang Sudesh and the text comes up based on true events. The way the camera captures the nature. There are so many top shots, looking at this house at this state, implying that from top everyone is same. Coming to the aspect ratio, it's very wide to show the wideness of the nature. It's almost close to the field of view of a human. One thing I noticed is that we never see Shaji Niwas from the outside, and that only happens at the end when Sumesh's character leaves with the dog. Until then you were only seeing it from the inside, as if everyone was trapped inside that. But at the end he breaks up from that cage and leaves. There are also mention of two movies. One is Jagannathan and the other one was a Jackie Chan film on TV. I wonder what they represent. And definitely there are so many details, and the film definitely requires multiple watching to catch all of these details. Sometimes I do feel that a film can get overburdened with so many details, so many metaphors, so many messages, and that does affect the viewing experience. But maybe if we watch more movies like this, it will become normal and we'll be able to grasp more at what's happening on the screen. So guys, that is the video. As I said in the beginning, there are a lot of things I don't understand about the film. There are a lot of things I'm not sure if the film is trying to say this or that. There are a lot of videos out there you can check out if you haven't. Bhardwaj Jangan's review, Film Ko Pat's video, I'll link them in the description. And if I watch more videos, I'll let you guys know. And I think that's a trait of a good movie, right? And it makes people talk about it more after watching it, to keep understanding what it meant and how differently other people saw the movie. So guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed yet, check out the videos if you like them too. Do subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Stay home, stay safe.